Here's some good news for you anime and manga fans and people that like games that come out of Japan. Publishers are starting to embrace AI translations because, for one, it's cheaper. They're just going to have somebody that kind of proofreads it and fixes it a little bit. But I think AI will actually do what the localizers that we've had for the past few years won't and refuse to do, and that's give us accurate translations. There's been a lot of these people that translate from Japanese to English, and they add things, especially woke stuff, like, for example, having a character say that there's mansplaining going on or something like that. I mean, this has become a pretty big problem because it used to be that you could say, well, I'll just watch the Japanese version because the dubs are really becoming weaponized. There was stuff, remember last year, I don't remember the name of it, but there was an anime where they changed the line to the guy coming down and saying, "What's up, my non-binary and normative friends," or something, which obviously would not be something from the Japanese version of that movie or show. I can't remember what it was, but that was a thing that happened, and it was a big story. I'm sure if you look, you'll find it really quickly, but that was a real thing, and then there's been other stuff, and now, lately, over the past year, people have been showing these translations from manga where people are putting a lot of these Western garbage terms into the original product. And that's not what people are looking for. People want translations to be good and representative to what was actually written or said. And now, companies have the option of using AI human hybrid to do a proper translation, which will probably be cheaper. And I don't feel bad for these people because you've had most of them are woke, first off, and you've had them come out on Twitter and say, "I don't feel bad for how I changed that. If you don't like it, you can cope." Well, now you can cope. This article is good. It has a lot of the cope and meltdowns that a lot of these people were having over it, but they don't have a lot of examples. But over on the Twitter feed, they do. So here's one right here from Evil Charm, says, "Good riddance to bad localizers." And here's an example of that. "Haha, what an absolute madman. You do not have proper authorization to execute Hug EXE. To be honest, I don't think I'm woke enough to vote on independence. Anyway, I'm kind of relieved." That's obviously not what was in the original, but they decided to change it for the American audience, and people are sick of it. People are sick of it. And it happens more than you think it would. So I think this is a welcome trend, to be honest, because at least we'll get a closer translation this way than some purple-haired weirdo that wants to change it to some kind of messaging. So here's what's going on. You got Bushido Road Works using a combination of AI technology and human editors to produce their own English language for their Kori Yamazaki's The Ancient Magus Bride. Don't know anything about that property, but that's what they're doing. It was first announced on December 12th. This new hybrid translation endeavor will see Bushiroad Works utilize Mantraco's manga and webtoon-specific mantra translation engine and the editorial skills of human translators to produce their simulpubs, which is basically, it comes out in Japan and America the first day. This is something that's been going on for a while. Like, you get stuff quick now. It's not like it used to be, where you'd have to wait half a year or a year to get stuff. Now it's instant, which I love. I love that. That's the coolest thing about the modern age, is that we get stuff really fast now. However, we also have a lot of people that have infiltrated this, and this is the only thing they could do, because when it's made in Japan, they don't put the message first. This is something I've talked about time and time again. They put story first. Whether or not there's messaging in it, that's just a part of the background of a story. The story and the characters absolutely come first, where in the West, it's the message first. So these people get in there and they insert their own personal politics where they have no business doing it in somebody else's work. They're paid to translate, not tell a message. And it's really infected the entire industry. Well, now we can get rid of them. And it's their own damn fault for not doing it properly. No one is going to cry about it. Nobody. Except them. And I don't care. These people have been shitting on the source material for a long time, talking about how they want to change Japan and insert their shit in there. And this is a way they found to do it. The dub has been notoriously bad, especially from the Funimation crew. Well, now the Crunchyroll crew. For years they've been doing it, talking about Gamergate and shit and Japanese anime. There's an anime that referenced Gamergate and incels or something. And I promise you that's not in the original source material. But if you complain about that, they call you a bigot. Because you don't want them to insert their Western shit into the Japanese product. That's not how you're supposed to do things. So people just have little respect for them. They antagonize fans. They're really not that important, a lot of these people. Now they're even less important. So they're claiming, oh, you're going to lose substance. Well, weren't we already losing substance? We were already losing it when you were putting things in there that have no part of being in there. If anything, the AI will give a literal translation, and all the English editors are going to do is fix the stuff that doesn't actually translate, because there are words that don't translate, or something that really just doesn't make sense because it's too Japanese, which I kind of don't like, because I would rather have them explain what it is in a little box so I could maybe look into it and learn something about the culture, to be honest. The reason that I'm reading manga and watching anime is because I want to get away from Western bullshit. And I'm not the only one. I promise you. But they're all upset. All upset that nobody respects them. Haven't had any respect for them in a long time. But anyway, this is actually good, in my opinion. You might get better shit now. And this can honestly bring over more stuff. You can bring over more things now because you can quickly translate. You can translate a hell of a lot faster now, and you could do it a lot more. So you're probably going to see more manga come over here for sure. More anime just subtitled come over here for sure, because you just run it through the AI, get a quick script, make sure it reads good and makes sense with the human editors, and then you throw it on there, and boom, you've got a product you can sell immediately. I think it's great, and it'll be a hell of a lot less full of Western garbage. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.